to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game to decide it all. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Super Bowl Sunday. 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment. They've built so much, and now it's here. A chance to take the field in the biggest football game of them all.
Yeah, what do we hear all week from every team leading up to the Super Bowl? For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their 2nd-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short game.
On 2nd down, it's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On fourth down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll go underneath to Henderson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
And the Patriots.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Complete to Henderson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Henderson, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. They'll go play action with May. He'll get this out wide.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's May. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Darnold now on 1st and 10. He finds Cup along the out route. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
In motion is Barner. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Now, this looks like a design run. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down. So they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Boye Mafe in on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Whoa! And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here is 2nd down and 5. Once more, it's Henderson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, New England.
And the Patriots, 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Handoff, and it's Henderson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and short. And here is May. He's found his receiver, Butte. He's got the 1st down, not by a whole lot. Only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
May to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
It's 3rd and 4. To throw again is May. Pass completed to Douglas. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for our Patriots. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now This defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Throwing is May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he'll take it on in. Keyshawn Boutte. Touchdown, New England. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Shaheed in motion. Darnold to throw on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Milton Williams in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to air this one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Look wide. Get this one complete. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We're trying to locate Travion Henderson out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They run straight ahead with Henderson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On 1st down, they go back to Henderson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, we're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
After a spirited 1st quarter here in Super Bowl 60, the Patriots out on top. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Henderson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Ball carrier taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. To throw is May. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the first down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds, even though he was able to pick up the first.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations, backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And he will get into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and good. And the Patriots move out on top, 14-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Seattle.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's complete. It's Jackson Smith in Jigba. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league That play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. 3rd down coming up.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. This one complete right side. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker. They'll take this forward for about 5.
The tackle by Christian Gonzalez. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a jet sweep with Cup.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
For the middle, it's Cup. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14.
They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
To throw again is Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. Out to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. So that'll cost them half the distance.
Still first down.
Out of the gun, here's May. Called in by the tight end, Henry.
Complete to Hunter Henry. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 6-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's May. Left side, he's got Henry. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25.
21 yards.
They get 21 on that one. First down, New England.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Reek Woolen brings him
A
down.
gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. May gonna look to throw. And that one is incomplete. incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there?
Still second down.
Throwing on second down. May. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, May. He's got Douglas going deep. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of 52
A big play here in the big game. 52 yards.
Everyone notices the big play after the catch, Mike, right? That's the easy part, but don't take for granted or overlook how important ball placement is. Being able to hit your target in stride is the difference between a nice completion or a big chunk play like they had here. It allows them to turn into a runner faster, take advantage of that green grass, and big plays typically lead to points.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Again, it's Henderson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun. It's May. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Sean Booty. Touchdown, New England. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Pats will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense start to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Walker. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. He'll take off again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Walker. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Aaron Landry there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Taken in right side by Barner. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Seattle.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Darnold to throw again. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, But then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. To throw is May. Has completed to Douglas. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. New England going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Good pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. May to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
2nd and 10. To throw again is May. He'll find the rookie 3rd-round pick, Kyle Williams.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
3rd and short. And here is May, who else another catch for his favorite target. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Darnold to throw on first down. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Jason Myers
2 quarters
kicking
left
off
in the
for
NFL
Seattle.
season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run. It's Henderson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 31, here is second down and 5. To throw now, May. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Throwing on third down is May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's into the hands of Diggs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now a 3rd and 2. May to the air once more. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's May again. He'll get this out to Henderson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, New England.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They quickly out to Diggs. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Henderson. And no signal as of yet. And none forthcoming. He is stopped short. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Great May. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Patriots stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Walker to start the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Seahawks first down. To throw is Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Still going. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
In motion is Barner. Shotgun run now with Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Once more, it's Henderson. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
1st and 10. May gonna hold on to this one. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Off the play fake, it's May. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Working out of the gun, it's May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will score again. Sean Bucci, touchdown New England. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Borregales now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats add on to their already sizable lead.
Patriots 35, Seahawks 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing, Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On 2nd down, Walker. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Shaheed in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short game.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Seattle.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll go with the sneak. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Shaheed with the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Darnold to throw again. Got a man, that's Barner, the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's Darnold again. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Darnold to the air once more. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will get just a bit closer.
Seahawks 10. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Throwing is May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 6. They run it straight ahead with Henderson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Moving to his right.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, here's Darnold. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Darnold to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Walker now gets us going here in the fourth quarter. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical.
And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least we'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks are able to edge a bit closer.
Seahawks 17.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. It's Henderson to start this drive. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. A run, and this is Henderson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run. Stevenson, not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From out of the gun, here's May.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throwing on 3rd down is May. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that run. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He was taken down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
The 36-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 9.
Now May, and on third down, that ball incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
So on fourth down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Shaheed now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
13 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
And it's third down.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on third down is Darnold. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
To throw is Darnold. This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on 4th down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
The throw again is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Flat, and it's complete. And he will score! Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now the point after try from Myers. His kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit.
Patriots 38, Seahawks 24.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Has completed to Douglas. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
19 yards.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First and 10 at the
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Here's May. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete. Kayshawn Boutte was the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 15 on that game. First down, Seattle.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. May going to look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. 2nd and 10. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he will have a Patriots first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and
First
inches.
and 10 at the 35-yard
And just
line.
what a luxury it is, Mike, to have a big back like Stevenson that in these 3rd and short situations, the entire stadium knows, all right, we're just going to turn around, hand on the ball, and you still can't stop him. Gets that full head of steam downhill, and he's just really hard to bring down.
And there it is. The new record holder for most Super Bowl wins is the New England Patriots, champions for the 7th time. So this, a well-deserved celebration down on the field. You know, Greg, it wasn't totally mistake-free, but about as solid a performance as you could hope to have on the big stage in the big game.
And to think about all the people that had their hand in this, Mike, of course, we see on the field the players. Their ability to perform at such a high level goes without say. But then you think of the group around them, the coaching staff, their ability to game plan, and then the front office and the GM who put this roster together. Those are the efforts of a lot of people that went into this Super Bowl victory.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.